News Talk 640 WFNC. TAMRA Morris is here. She's the Deputy Director for the Cumberland County Department of Public Health, not Social Service. Yeah, and so it be the both of those buildings right near each other on Ramsey Street.
We share a parking lot, so same campus.
Well, it's good to have you here. You come the first Thursday of each month, and you're here. You were sick last time, and now you're here 100% ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
You got a program coming up, and it's going to be around Father's Day, and it's a big one. Talk about what you got.
Yeah, so our Healthy Start program, Southeastern Healthy Start program, is an initiative working to improve morbidity and mortality amongst pregnant women, infants, trying to improve that rate. And so that part of that program has a fatherhood piece. And that fatherhood coordinator, he's hosting a men's health function on the 19th. So a space and time for men and fathers, male caregivers to come together to talk about their things that affect their health, ways to get connected and access to care and resources, establish network and community, and offer program participation for those who may be eligible. And then they're going to have a little fellowship and a little fun as well. So just an opportunity for him to share through that program with any fathers, grandfathers, male caregivers, and establish community and promote men's health at the same time.
You know, Tamara, you make a good point here because a lot of times men will not go to the doctor like they should. Yeah. And do you see men coming to the health department for treatment? Or a lot of people think, well, the health department, women are going to go there. They got the WIC program and all that kind of stuff. Is that WIC or social service? Who has WIC?
Yeah, so we have WIC at Public Health. We have primary services through two of our local FQHCs. So Stedman Wade and Cumberland Health Net provide adult health services in our building. And they have some program eligibility guidelines for those. But men's health is offered through a variety of other programs, Healthy Start being one. So if you are a father and you are not connected to a primary provider, that's one of the aims of the program, to ensure that you're connected to clinical services. And then also to help to address any other social determinants of health that affect that father and affect how he's able to show up for his family so that his partner and babies can survive and thrive. So we noticed that there are a lot of programs for moms, such as WIC and such as supplemental programs that give things to single moms or to moms who may be on the verge of being unhoused, or if they've got small children or multiple children. But there are not as many unique and niche type programs that address specifically and prioritize fathers. And so part of the effort that our fatherhood coordinator, Deion Francis, is working on is to build that network of programs, share out what's available, and make sure that the men and fathers know what's available to them, and to kind of mentor young fathers to encourage them to be a part of those lives, even if there's not a established romantic relationship with that co-partner or co-parent, and give them tools and resources to be as successful as possible. So group education, peer support, all types of things offered there.
Well, it sounds like we need to get him in here before Father's Day.
Yeah.
Let's work on that to see if we can get him scheduled. We don't have to wait till the next month.
Okay.
Father's Day is coming up, June, whatever it is. Hey, look, I'm a father and I don't know. You're right.
So it's in June, and we know that there can be a little competition with events, and so we've got we know Juneteenth is on the 19th, and then Father's Day and other Juneteenth events will be happening on Saturday the 20th. So we're going to do it brunch style this year. Last year it was on Saturday, and we were at one of the local recreation centers. This year it's going to be in our building at the health department, 1235 Ramsey Street. It is brunch, so midday. We encourage you to join us. They're encouraging you to bring your children, hopefully if they're in that adolescent 12, 13 age, and bring them as well so that they can engage and get a little education on preconception and reproductive life planning and preventing them being young fathers, if at all possible, so that they can, reach some of their goals and successes. And we're also use that as an opportunity to see if they'd like to be enrolled in the Healthy Start program as well. So definitely trying to make it an available opportunity, and then set up network so that they can participate in other events as well.
Well, you make a good point because there's an awful lot going on all the time. And if you were, and I made this point in the past, that if you say, well, there's no sense in us doing it on the 19th because we have this, or the Dogwood Festival's coming up, that's all. Look, you put your stuff out there and hope for the best and see which folks will come to your event. They may go to multiple events, as a matter of fact. Now, what about immunization clinics? Were you into that season?
Yes, so we have entered officially. Cumberland County Schools' traditional school year has ended. So we have officially entered into our back to school vaccination drive. This is our campaign in collaboration with Cumberland County Schools to encourage folks with rising 5th graders, 7th graders, and 12th graders to do their required immunizations over the summer and be prepared for the upcoming school year. So there are certain immunizations that are required for those grade levels. You can find all of those on our website. We've got ads going on our social media and our big Viplex and kiosks, all of our digital spaces throughout the community. But those required vaccines have to be done before what they call kind of transition day, or not necessarily kick out day, but sort of. If you don't get it done, then you'll be at risk of not being able to return your child to school in the start of the new school year. So we work over the summer to encourage parents and families to come into the clinic or take advantage of our evening clinics. Be at any of the outreach sites where we're doing back to school vaccinations to get those early, because if not, they get down to the kick out day or the transition day and they're not able to return to school, or they're standing in long lines trying to beat the traffic, having to take off work if we reach capacity, and then got to come back the next day. So to avoid some of that, we offer multiple opportunities throughout the summer for folks to get those back to school vaccinations done. Our evening clinic is the first Tuesday of every month from 5 to 7 p.m. at the health department. Our Fun in the Sun event that we'll do in September is another opportunity to get those done before transition day. And then we'll have a couple of other outreach events throughout the community, and we'll make sure to tag those promotions, letting you know that back to school vaccinations will be available at those sites. But over the summer, to encourage it, we offer swag bags. So starting July 1, any child that comes in to get their required back to school vaccinations will receive a swag bag, and they'll be entered into a raffle to receive a prize if the drawn winner monthly. And we're doing, I think this year, an iPad, I believe it's Beats headphones and a Nintendo Switch, but don't quote me on that last one. I gotta make sure that that's the prize.
Well, the interesting thing that you bring up is the fact that is you would think that you wouldn't have to bribe people to come in to do something that is going to be beneficial for your health. And now, look, immunizations and vaccinations is a hot topic with a lot of folks who don't want them and don't want the government forcing them to get them and all those type of things. But the bottom line is, if you're going to go to school and your kids are going to go to school in Cumberland County, you have to have these vaccinations. Now, if you go to a private school, does that change, or how's that work?
Yeah, so the standards can be a little different if you go to a private or chartered academic institution, but the state regulation that requires certain immunization series to be completed still applies with Cumberland County Schools. And so we do offer the opportunity for schools that are private or chartered to take advantage. Those students can still come utilize the back to school vaccination system and be a part of the swag bags and the raffles and all of those things. But we know that it can challenge a bit of a barrier if folks are not interested in vaccinations, have a certain belief against them one way or the other. But prevention is our key in public health. And so we want to make sure that those opportunities are made available to folks, make it as easy on you as possible. So the evening clinics, if you've got to work during the day, you can come during the evening. We'll have some dates as the school year starts for the 26-27 year that we'll do on site at schools. So just trying to make it as convenient as possible for those that have children in the school system and need to comply by that regulation.
All right, it's about time for us to get out of here, but before we do, I want to reiterate the Father's Day program. And the neat thing about this, when you say that fathers they have a connection to the program that you have going on, and so Who's the individual that's organizing this?
Yeah, so this is being organized by our Healthy Start program, our fatherhood coordinator, Dion Francis. You can reach Healthy Start by emailing healthystart@cumberlandcountync.gov. The information is also on our Facebook and Instagram. There's a link to register, but don't worry if you can't get the link or can't scan the QR code on a poster that you see around community, just come. We will figure it out and get you registered on site, but we just really want fathers, grandfathers, any male who has a presence in the lives of families and children to show up and be connected to this program. We're in our third year of implementation with this program. Southeastern Healthy Start is again a maternal and child health initiative that's working on making sure we're reducing the morbidity and mortality rates for infant death and deaths as a result of pregnancy. And so it's an effort from DHHS that allows us to do it across Cumberland and Hope counties. So he's also leading the effort of a consortium, so a group that from both counties are members that are participants, professionals, just those passionate in the community about families and maternal and child health to come together and kind of drive their purpose and goals forward. And fathers are a major part of that. You don't always see their presence as visible as it could be. And so we're encouraging folks to be involved and make a difference.
TAMRA Morris is the Deputy Director of the Cumberland County Public Health Department. You know, when Dr. Green came in here, I think, when did she leave? Was it
December?
So December. So she was here last year when school was getting ready to start. Just going back to the immunization thing, and there's a countdown and a realization that parents have to really take into consideration that your child may not be able to go to school, or if they're in school by the drop dead date, whatever you call it, that they would be pulled from school.
Yeah.
And so Jen, just re-emphasize the fact that it's important the window's open right now.
Yes. So we have sent out letters. Our school health nurse team sent out letters before the school year ended. So you should have received a letter. But again, that is rising kindergartners, 7th graders, and 12th graders. They have a required series of vaccinations at those grade levels. So you can there's no schedule needed. It's drop in, walk in for our immunization clinic. They can get you scheduled and get you in and out as quickly as possible. You can also do them at your primary care provider, but it's also convenient to do it with us at the health department at 1235 Ramsey Street. If you've got questions about the immunizations, you can give us a call at 910-433-3600 and they'll get you routed to our immunizations clinic. But super important to do it early and keep those kids protected so that they can focus on the things that matter, their education, and be prepared and ready for the start of the school year.
All right, Tamara Morris, we appreciate you coming in here first
Thanks
of the month.
For having me.
Every time we'll look for you again, and let's make sure we get our coordinator for that program in here before Father's Day.
Will do.
Give me a call and we'll coordinate that,
Yes,
or have
sir.
someone from your department. Have your people get in touch with my
Your
people.
people touch my people. Yes, I got you.
That's what we do.
Sounds important.
All right, you're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. We've got local news right now with CBS 17.